are live.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel. So yeah, we are missing one of our co-hosts. Cecilia just got called into work like 2 minutes before we started our live. So it's
Yes.
just gonna be us two today.
And
Um,
I got called into work earlier today. That's why we had to reschedule.
yeah, we're just a hot mess here at the Faes and Gays.
Yes.
But we're gonna do the book club discussion, just the two of us this time, and Cecilia will be back for our May one, which is Iron Widow. But anyways, today we are discussing A Master of Djinn. So yeah, this is the book. It looks so
Oh yeah.
pretty.
I have the UK cover, so it's like really
Oh
different.
yeah, cool. Yeah,
It's
this is
really
the
different.
very different. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be discussing today, and I'm looking forward to diving into our thoughts on it. I guess, should we share like initial thoughts or like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys, well, I guess I'll have to ask Cecilia, but I'm curious to know what you thought of it.
So I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was a very like good book. Like it was really what's it called? Like thought out. It was
Hmm.
really well planned. The pacing was nice. Like the writing was good. I know that this is the author's first like full length novel, but the author has also written like short stories, and you can really tell that the author. This is not like the first time they wrote something, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
you just want to, I just gotta
and
close
I
the door.
just.
Second. Sorry, my cat just like barged in and then the door
It's
was just like
fine.
left wide open. Okay, keep going.
Also, just before we continue, why is your bookshelf empty?
Because I'm in my like, I'm not in front of my actual bookshelves. I just got new Billy bookshelves recently. So I
Yeah.
moved all the books that were in here out into our like living room where those shelves are. So this one's
Uh,
empty right now. This is
did you
like where
fill
my
it?
this is where like the extra books were. There's like a little bit, like a couple of books down there and then some stragglers, but that's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, it's fine. You will fill that, I think, pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Oh my god, cat, make up your mind.
Okay,
Okay.
but anyway, thoughts. I think it was a really solid book. To be honest, now I feel like it's a while since I read it, so you need to carry this live as per usual for the details.
Yeah, I did. I'm already like forgetting names. I was trying to think of them before I even like jumped into it, but I did just finish this on Sunday. And so like my rating was I did enjoy it. I would give it probably a 3.5, but like it would go up to a 4 if I had to rate it on Goodreads, which I think I will be rating it on Goodreads, or I don't know if I did yet, but I would rate like it would bump it up to a 4, but it's at a 3.5 mainly because it dives into like a lot of historical elements in the book, and I'm not a big fan of historical fiction, so those parts kind of like dragged for me, and I was just like looking forward to like the action or like the mystery of like the murder that they were trying to solve kind of thing. So when it was into like all the historical bits, it was just kind of like dragging the plot for me and a little bit slower, and I found that like I had to like push through those parts. So that's why it's like a 3.5, but I did really enjoy the ending.
Yes, I mean, I think there's like a short story thing that someone linked in the Discord where you can read it to get more like insight in like the other case that I kept talking about.
Hmm.
I actually don't know, but I didn't read that because I only read this. That was my point.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't read the short story either.
but like I
Okay.
think the world building was really good, and then murder mystery kind of was really good as well. But I don't know like how to say it. It's like it's good, but it's not like revolutionary. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it's a good and solid book. But it's not like I would say it's my favorite, but it's definitely one I would recommend. And like
Yeah,
especially like with the setting, and it's quite unique as well. But it's like I don't know how to like I like fantasies that are really like the plot is very like shocking, and you get like what's it called, really huge moments in like plot twists, and I guessed the plot twist in this from like page
Oh my
one.
god. Okay, yeah, like we can't go into spoilers yet, but yes, I was like I guessed it too, and I thought that it was like super obvious.
Yes, it was. And that was like, it's not like because the plot twist is obvious, the book is bad. It's not like, oh my God, the book is bad because of this. It was still enjoyable. But it was
Yeah.
kind of like you knew all along that plot twist. And I was like, when we came to it, I was like, yeah, like it didn't give me anything,
I
you
know
know.
it wasn't
Yeah,
surprising whatsoever to me. But anyway.
yeah.
Okay, let's jump into the chat and see who's here. Tana's here. Hi Tana. Hi Sarah. Sarah, gotta get that cash money to buy more books. Yeah, fill out these shelves. Definitely. Sarah gave it 5 stars. Anne's popping in to say hi, but we'll watch tomorrow as I need to go to bed soon. Okay, well thanks for popping in. Sarah said maybe like a 4.5, but I'm rounding up. Definitely 5 stars. Cool Gamers here. Hello. Sarah, I read the short stories that came before it, and that really did a lot for the overall experience. Okay, maybe we should have read the short story first.
Yeah, I was like, should I? And I was like, nah.
Littlefoot Reader just popping in to say hi. I haven't read this yet, but it's on my list. Ooh, okay, well, don't stick around because we're going to spoil stuff. So we're going to jump into the nitty gritty of it. But thanks for popping in. Tana, honestly, I envy anyone who has empty shelves at this point. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I think that I'm probably going to get rid of this shelf because like we have all matching white ones now in the living room. And so I think I'm going to get rid of that one and get another white one.
Yeah, I get it. You want them all to match. I was gonna
I
be
just
like,
want them.
you don't want an extra bookshelf. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. I just like I want them all to match the same color though. So like, yeah. But I might use this for like board games or something maybe. Family and books. I haven't finished yet. I've got 8 chapters left. Okay, well we'll let you know when we're getting into spoilers. Tana absolutely loved the history parts. Yeah. Live for world building. Yeah,
The
that
world
makes
building was
sense.
great. The world building was great though. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Sarah's also a big history buff, so loves that. A Dead Djinn in Cairo and The Haunting of Tramcar 15 are the prequel novellas. Okay, good to know.
Sarah also said there's 3 short stories actually.
3 short stories. I believe they were
Yeah.
all referenced in the book, some more than others. Okay, cool. Also, the Angel of Khan El Khalili. Cool. Sarah, I can never guess twists. I didn't see. I don't
Oh
want to get.
God, the
I
book
don't want to
just
get right into it right away, but yeah, okay. We'll jump back to the twist when we get to like spoiler parts. I
yes.
guess we can say more about
I think
like
like the characters are really good. The world building was good, and the writing was good.
yeah.
But
Ah,
the plot or like the twist, etc., was good, but it like was not good enough. I don't know how to say. Like, yeah, for me at least.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. One second. The cat wants out again. Oh my goodness. Okay, go Uno.
Eric is being terrorized by cats. Oh, that actually fits really well for the themes in
He's
the book.
he's such a needy cat.
I just said while you were gone that your cat is bothering you fits really well for the book because there was a cat there that bothered.
Oh, I loved the cat in the book. I thought that cat was so cute and just like yeah. I loved that cat. Yeah, no, I thought the characters were done really well too. And there definitely is like a lot of really good world building. The book has beautiful writing. Like I did really like the writing style. And I thought that the way they described different things in the book was done very well. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm curious, like, who is your favorite character? Do you? Well, I just said I don't remember character names.
Oh, character name. So I really liked our main character Fatma. I'm reading the behind back to like remember her name. I think it's like I really like the perspective of like she is the only woman or like one of the only women working in the ministry, needing to fight, sexism as well as just being really badass and cool and doing
Yeah.
her job really great. But I also liked her like new partner. I don't remember her name. The one she did wrong
Uh,
partner.
Hadia. I think it was Hadia.
I'll drop my book again. I actually don't remember.
I liked the new partner too. I
But I
think,
really liked her. She was really sweet. I like
yeah, I think my favorite character was what's her name? Sati, I think is what it
the
was.
one who was together with Fatma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. I think she was like a really cool, like mysterious character that just like kept popping up whenever she was
Titi,
needed
that's her
in the
name.
thing.
Titi. I was
City,
gonna say the one who was banging Fatma. That was all I was gonna say.
yeah. Yeah, and I also really liked the dude that was like he said he was the follower of like Sekhmet or something, like the crocodile god guy.
Uh-huh.
I thought he was really cool. But like there were a lot of very interesting characters in.
Yes, the characters were great. But that's because the writing was so good. Like
Yeah.
it was really good writing that makes the characters really great. And I
Yeah.
think if the writing had been because I think this is an adult book, right? It's not YA. It doesn't feel like a YA.
Yeah, no, I think it would be an adult book.
Yeah. So like I think like let's say the writing was more like to the YA audience. I don't think I would have liked the book as much.
Yeah. I
Yeah, you
mean,
know what
like
I mean.
when I got it at the bookstore, it wasn't in the YA section, so I don't think it
Yeah.
is. But yeah. And it was cool, like the ministry area was really cool too. I
Yeah.
like I like that it's on the front cover of this book here because like that part was very like visually described in the book.
Oh yeah.
And
I
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with this cover. It looks like a like it's not really the best for the book, I think. I
Yeah,
think
like I had a much easier time imagining this because like this is literally
yeah.
the front of the ministry with the giant like brain that's making it function. So that
I
was
really
cool.
just had this because it was what was in my bookstore. I got it before I knew we were gonna do it last like a monthly book because I just bought it because I wanted to read it.
Right on. We have some more comments here. Let's see. In retrospect, yeah, it's a good twist, but it's kind of common. I'd have wanted something amazing. I think like that's why it was so easy for us to figure out because it's like it's commonly done so much. Family
Yeah.
books. The cat was a nice touch. I did enjoy the cat.
I actually
Um,
thought that Fatma was gonna have a thing with like the new partner because I knew it was an FF book and I thought they were gonna be together. And then
mhm.
Siti just came along and I was like, ooh. But then I
Yeah.
thought that Fatma and Siti were gonna break up and then she would be together with a new partner. But yeah.
No, yeah, that would have been like an interesting twist. I like the direction they went though, having oh wait, I can't say that. That's spoiler. I'm like trying to stop myself. Okay, we'll get into spoilers soon because I really like I'm bad at holding these in.
Well, we've been here for almost 15 minutes. I think we could go with spoilers.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the rest of the comments. Library Djinn. Oh, that was your favorite character, the Library Djinn? Can't remember his name, but love that grumpy librarian. Yeah, he was cool. I liked him too. The mysterious, sexy girlfriend, also. CT, yeah, that was my favorite. Tana said, Hadja is my favorite. We stand a grumpy librarian.
He was great.
Ahmed, he was great too. I've recently reread the Kane Chronicles, so I like the history parts. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I read the King Chronicles too, but I don't remember right now. But I also really recently watched Moon Knight, which is also set in Egypt with Egyptian mythology, etc. So like I think like this is really fitting if you like Moon Knight, etc.
Yeah, I recently just watched Moon Knight too. What'd you think of it?
Oh, I liked it.
I liked it. Well,
I
I
liked
liked.
it, but I thought it was a bit messy. But it's not my favorite of the series, but I still liked it.
Yeah,
It was
I'm pretty
entertaining,
much. I
and I
would
really
say.
like.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, I really liked Oscar Isaac's performance. He did a great job. That is what was made the show great.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I agree. I think like I watched it for Oscar Isaac.
yeah.
uh, well, have not read the book. Mostly here for the vibes, but isn't the crocodile god? Yeah, I think you're right. I think I got that wrong. I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
that's.
remember the names.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of the crocodile god. Oscar Isaac being typecast as Egyptian-style Marvel heroes with Moon Knight and Apocalypse.
Oh no.
Very true.
Us just making this into a Moon Knight live show. It's
Yeah,
not a Master of
enjoy
Djinn live
Moon
show
Knight.
anymore. But yeah, like I had like a bit of the same vibes, but it's because I can guess of course of the setting and stuff.
I also really enjoyed that there was like they dove into a lot of like different gin, not just like one type. Like you got to see a
Yeah.
whole bunch of different types of gin. I thought that was really cool. And
Oh yeah.
that was like something that I did enjoy, like the historical part for.
Have you read the Candle and the Flame by Nafisa Assad? I don't know how to say the name.
No, I
But
haven't
yeah,
read
it
that one.
basically deals with like gins and stuff. And it's a really great book and it's a standalone. And I really recommend that. It had a lot of the same vibes, I think, as in this. So I really enjoyed
Okay,
that one. I recommend that a lot.
right
Uh,
on.
so yeah, but I kind of want to reread that now because it's been a while since I read it. But yeah, are we going to do spoilers?
Yeah, okay, let's jump into spoilers because like I'm so bad at holding these back. So, which spoiler should we jump into first?
Well, we could just do the plot twist. I mean, it's like, yeah,
Okay, yeah, so I thought that it was super predictable. Like anytime they were referring to the initials, I was like, okay, well, both of these siblings have the same initials. Why is nobody putting two and two together? And then as soon as they like found out that it was like illusion stuff, then I was like, okay,
well, I
this is
knew
so
it
obvious.
from the first time that I met her because she was like, "Oh, she can't speak Arabic," and I was like, "Arabic? How do you say that word? Arabic?
Arabic?
Arabic? Sorry, I can't English."
It's okay.
But, and I was like, "Oh, it's her," and then it was her. That was how I knew
Wait, why would that like
because it was just so obvious she was faking it in the way it was written. Because she
okay.
lived there, and it was like, I know you can speak. Don't pretend you can't. It was just like I knew, and then it was like so obvious, just the way she was like with her siblings, and like just the way she talked about the father, and I was just like, girl, I got you. From that page, I knew.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know it that early. Like that's impressive that you figured it out that quick, but like I did figure it out fairly quickly. Like yeah. And then when it was revealed, it was just kind of like, oh, okay. And then I just kept going with the plot because I was like, yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Also, I thought in the beginning when they like had the lamp thing and the genie came out, I thought that was going to be like the whole plot. Like that was going to
mhm.
be the part of the book having these wishes. But then, like it was relevant, but it wasn't like the plot of the book.
Yeah, like it was definitely foreshadowing for another part later on,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like the full thing. No, I get what you're saying, but I thought that was still pretty cool that like they brought that person back later on.
Yes.
Um, oh, Jean's
Um
here. Hi, Jean. Sarah,
I
imagine my
think
surprise when I understood that the words Jin and Genie were connected. Like they are connected? I
I
don't
think
even.
so, yeah. Because a
Yeah,
genie is like a gin is a genie is a gin, isn't it? A type
I
of
yeah,
a
I
gin.
always I always thought they
Yeah.
were the same thing.
But what did you think about like the object that we're looking for? So I'm trying to like grasp the details here. And that everyone
Hold
forgot
on.
about it because of that curse. The object that could you make you the Master of Djinn like controls them, and then everyone forgot about it. And I thought that was so well done. Like how you, if you didn't like have a paper to look at, you literally forgot about it.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool because like
Yeah,
That's like a very clever way to hide something in plain sight, essentially.
Yeah, because it's more like then people won't be like, oh, why haven't anyone found it before? But you literally have the answer, and I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, that was really cool, and I also found that like if I was those characters, I would be so frustrated having to try and solve this case, knowing that you like have to keep reading this note over and over again so you can like figure out like I'm glad they like eventually kind of bypass that by going back to the Jin guy because
Yes,
otherwise that would have drove me up the wall.
poor Jin guy. He was like every time he tried to talk about it, he, like choked.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my goodness.
I was like, you need to chill.
Oh, family and books. Okay, gonna go finish the book. Have a good life. Bye.
Hope we didn't spoil you.
Bye. Um, oh, what did Sarah say? For a while, I thought CD had something to do with it because she always seemed to turn up when something weird happened. Yeah, I had my like suspicions of CD, but then probably about like 3/4 of the way through, I was like, okay, I think this person is just good. They don't seem like they have a bad bone in their body.
Well, she did have a secret, which was half Jin.
Yeah, that I like.
I
didn't
kind of
really,
like. I kind of. I don't know.
I didn't see that coming, so that was
No,
cool. That was like a thing that I was like, awesome. This is a surprise for me.
but I kind of was like. I kind of assumed she had something because she kept showing up in her apartment and like I don't know what floor they were on. And I was like, how did he get up there? So when she had
Yeah,
abilities, it was kind of like it had to be something. So it wasn't like, oh my god. It was more like, oh yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like when they're doing like the chase and stuff, she just like launches off one rooftop onto the other, and the other two are like, what the heck?
Yes.
They have to go all the way down, go across, all the way back up again. Yeah. So
And I really like the ending, you know, when the people like the nine masters of Jinn or whatever they were, lords, and they were like,
mhm.
oh, fight for us, we want war, and everyone all the other Jinns were like, no, we don't want to.
Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
so cool that they kind of like rebelled against the like fire master jinns or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're just like, no, we're not having it.
I don't think all of them were fire masters. I think like one of them were, and then like everyone was different type of Jinn, maybe the different masters.
Okay.
I have no idea. Don't ask. I have no idea.
I honestly read it on Sunday and I can't remember. That's so bad for that. Tana said, I would have liked a more social twist because in the end it was just a rich white kid who wanted power, but like there was some social commentary in there. Yeah, I kind of like I remember thinking that when I was reading it too. I was like, okay, this is yeah, this is just like some white person that's trying to take over and like enslave people again. Like this is stupid.
Yeah.
Just on those lines, but I'm glad they kind of like showed her that she was like erring in her ways and
But
not
then
that
she like they kind of emptied it out. They like deleted her whole mind.
yeah, they literally like lobotomized her.
Yes.
I was kind
And
of
now
shocked.
she's like an empty person. Like she's nothing anymore.
I was shocked at that because I was like, okay, this character like you essentially just like hit the delete button on this character
Yes, literally, literally.
and so there's no like moral resolution for them. They're just like, okay, gone kind of thing. So like
Well,
I guess
she was a bit cray cray, so yeah, but that's not an excuse to delete someone, of course.
yeah, I actually like felt a little bad for them because I was like, okay, well they don't even like they just essentially got turned into a vegetable. But yeah.
Oh.
Um Sarah said the plot twist actually reminded me of the siblings in Lovecraft County, the snooty white people.
I'm not seeing Lovecraft Candy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either, so I can't really say.
And you were right about the fire jinns because it was Ifrits, and Ifrits are fire jinns.
It wasn't it like 9 Lords of Fire or something it was
Yeah.
referred to?
Because they were also the most powerful ones, because they were the ones who could like make all the what's it called? I was gonna say illustrations. Illusions. English is failing me
Yeah,
right now.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you ever think like the person who was like, because she was pretending to be, you know, the dude coming back, like the
Oh, did
whole.
I ever think it was actually like
Yeah, did you?
Al Jafiz or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like from the very beginning was like, I don't think it's this dude. Like they're making it seem like, oh, it could be this guy, but I never
Yeah, I was
really thought
like,
it was.
stop trying to trick me. I know it's not him.
Yeah, I felt like that would have just been a letdown if it was.
Yeah.
Because like all of the Master Jin's appeals to the disadvantaged people, the conflict between the good points they made versus upholding the ministry. Yeah. Okay, so genie is derived from Jinn. Gotcha.
I think this is also like the kind of story where you could have like sequels, but everyone is like a different case, and then the characters also develop. So like
Mhm.
I think you can make like 12 books out of this. Like, you know, like it could just be like different cases, different supernatural cases. They don't all need to even be set in Egypt. They could be different countries.
Yeah, I
It
think that
just
would
be
be
a
cool.
supernatural burrow, and we have the same main character. You know, like detective cases. This would be fantasy.
Yeah, I would love to even see like a novella of what was the character? Like there's like the forensic like doctor character from the ministry that was like helping them break down like the hair samples
Oh
and
yeah, and then she
like
had to
this
see through the thing. She had to see
yeah,
through.
decipher
Yeah,
like the illusions. I really like that character. I thought she was really cool. And I would be interested to see like an offshoot like novella of just her going through like her process in a case or something.
I think you literally could have a novella about everyone, like
Yeah, because all
like
they
the
were such good
librarian
characters.
having like a grumpy librarian day.
Yeah.
Or like the partner, the new partner Hardia and stuff. I think you could have a field day like with the whole universe. But I
Yeah.
think like the whole like series like with the novellas is called like the Jinverse, the Jin universe or something. And
Yeah.
he has not said that it's not coming more, so it's definitely like options for more.
Nice. Okay, well.
So
Maybe
yeah. I think
okay.
like, there's definitely room for sequels, but you can also just read this and be like, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Jinn's rebellion against the Jinn Lords felt Pratchett-y. Are we referring to Terry Pratchett?
I think so. Yes,
If so, I have not read any books by Terry Pratchett, so I can't.
I have. I read one and I cannot remember a single thing.
They're like a big fantasy author, eh?
Yeah, he
I
was
believe
like,
so.
he wrote this world.
Okay, yeah, I've seen their books like all over the used bookstore,
Yeah, it's
but
like there's like 40 books,
yeah,
and then like it's set in a world where like the whole world is like on the top of a turtle.
okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have some of the books on the shelves here too. I've never read any. I think the Nine Lords were all super different. So Fire Jinn, yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely need to read this world. I will. I will.
I only know the myth version of Jinn where they are all beings of smokeless fire, Ifrit being a special type of Jinn. Cool.
Yeah, I think yeah. I read like more books lately with like gins in them and stuff, and I think it's really cool. You know, it's like
Yeah,
culture, different myths. Obviously, as long as it is respectful and all that, but it's like fun. It's cool, really cool stuff. Although you know a lot of it's yeah. Instead
yeah,
of Aladdin,
yeah.
yeah, like
I,
Aladdin, like it's a bit more than that.
yeah, I definitely like jumping into like other worlds kind of like that and learning more about like new well, not mystical creatures.
Yes, yes,
I think that's so cool. And yeah, that's why like I really enjoyed like the differentiation in the types of Jinn during this
yeah.
like whole book. I thought it was like fun to see all the different types and things like that. I was also really pumped when like the giant like water Jinn showed up. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was really cool. I also loved, you know, the one in the lamp that was just like chilling.
That was just
And
like pissed off
because
all the time.
he was in that lamp the whole time, he could remember the thing and then he could, you know, do the magic. And I was just like, that's a mood. You go and sleep for 1,000 years. You go and chill.
Yeah, they were just like, we'll just cast this off into like the ocean or something.
And Fatma was like, "Oh, promise that we never contact you again," and then she did. And I thought that was really brave of her. She was like really smart and
Yeah,
like what's it called, like really, really good at like doing what she does.
yeah. I would be like so fearful for my life if I had to contact that Jin
Yeah,
again,
I don't
especially
think this
because
would be our job, Eric.
no, definitely not. I would not deal well with that conflict. Especially that's like it was super brave of her though, like
Yeah.
especially considering like he straight up said like if you contact me again, like you're dead. And
Uh,
oh, another thing I thought was cool was that like she gave the Jinn her name, which
oh
was
yeah.
like a big thing. And I thought there was gonna be more to that. And they didn't
Maybe it will
really
be in sequels.
yeah, maybe
I
because
am
they didn't
100% sure sequels will come. Like, I don't think it's announced, but I'm 100% sure. Because he's already made his world, he's written these short stories, now a full length novel. There's no way there won't be more books in the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like if they do, I hope they do go into more of that because like they said there was such an importance behind names, but then they didn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I was kind of like looking for it when I was reading the rest of the book, thinking like, oh, this is that point from the very beginning is going to come up at some point and be important, and then it didn't really. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But can we talk about Solomon Seal's screening process for Pure Hearts though? That seemed lax to me. Tanya said.
This one, Solomon's Seal screening process for Pure
Yeah,
Heart. Oh,
he just went into Fatma and was like, "What do you want to use it for?" And she was like, "I don't want to use it," and that was it. I don't remember actually what happened.
yeah. Okay, so it went to Fatima because Hadia was like saying in her like mind or something that she didn't want it. But like I feel like Hadia probably had a more pure heart than Fatima did, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, but
Yeah.
I don't know. At that point, things were happening so fast that we needed to just like do stuff, kind of.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if it
but
was
it wasn't rushed though. Like Sorrowland was really rushed in the end.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but this one, like, yeah, I talked a bit with Cecilia, like, before, like, while we were reading, and
Yeah.
it's like I don't feel like there's a lot of rewrites to do here because
Yeah.
I feel like the book is good as it is. I would just try to maybe spice up like who was behind it a bit more, make them a bit more complex and not so obvious.
Hmm.
But, like everything else in the book, I think is just solid. I think it's a really solid book. Yeah.
Yeah. I also just remembered the characters that were like at the summit where it was like the princess. I think it was like an African princess and then the like Russian guy with the goblin on his
Oh,
shoulder
yeah.
and oh, what was the other one? There was another guy that was with them. Oh, I think it was like a German patriarch or something. But anyway, I just liked their little trio, and I loved the guy with the like goblin that was just like so snooty, just sitting on his shoulder all the time. I thought
That
they
was nice.
were like fun little additions to the characters, and I'm glad that they like came to help later on when they were having like
Yeah,
that big fight and stuff.
I agree. I want
Mhm.
kind of more now. I'm just thinking about like I want more them solving cases, etc.
Yeah,
Someone said earlier that one of the short stories don't follow Fatma's point of view. So there you can kind of get like what we talked about.
yeah. Oh, Tana says apparently we need to read
That's
Discworld.
what I said earlier.
Oh, sorry. I'm just like catching up on the comments because I keep like
I've been reading the
getting
comments before you.
I'm like getting caught in the discussion so that I'm like jumping back and forth, seeing what I missed. Terry Pratchett really likes to play around with social constructs and the upheaval of them. Ooh.
But
And
are they queer? Because
Discworld
that is
Noir
the
is an
important
awesome.
question.
Yeah, that's true. We do try and stick to like queer
That's
fantasy read.
only the whole point of the book club.
Queer fantasy and sci-fi. That's our thing. City of Brass has Djinn, right? I
It
haven't
does.
read that.
I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
It gave me a reading slump.
Ooh, I've heard other people say they really liked it.
I know. I read it, and then I won't forget I ever read it. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that was actually I should have had that in proper books I didn't like. I totally forgot I read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a second part of that video and have it there.
Marcus has them on his shelves, but I
I
haven't.
love that you both read.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like if you see the books that I normally film in front of for my videos are like my shelves, and then he has like a whole office room with all of his shelves too. So like we have 2 rooms in our house that are completely like filled with books.
Why are you not both booktubers then? How you should share a channel?
I've told him he should do booktube, but I don't think
You
he
guys should
doesn't.
have like had the same channel. And it would
Well,
be adorable.
he like comes on my channel sometimes.
Yeah, I
And
know, but that's not the same.
yeah, I know he doesn't really like being in front of the camera.
Oh, but you just force him. It's fine.
Even when he does like a pick my TBR video, his arm is just like coming off screen into the screen to hand the books, but like he's not really on it.
But do you since you have separate books, right? Do you like have the same edition, like same book, but just one each?
No, so like when we started dating, we had multiple series of like Hunger Games and
Oh
Divergent
yeah.
and all those. So like we just got rid of them, so we only have like one series of those. But he has like multiple editions of some books because he wanted like the cool like
Oh
illuminated
yeah. I
stuff
do
like
that
that.
too. But I was just thinking like if you both want to read a book, who buys the book?
Yeah, that's true. Usually whoever wants to like display it on their shelf is the one that
Okay,
purchases
okay. This discussion is nothing to do with a live show, is it?
it. Yeah. Sorry, we went
Yeah,
on a tangent there.
sorry. But we always do, so it's all fine.
Yeah, that's like kind of our vibe. Sarah says, yes, we need a book about the guy with the goblin. I agree. I'm like definitely more interested in the other areas too. And like
Yeah,
I
but
would
I
love to
still
see.
want to follow Fatma so she could just travel to the other areas to help them with
Yeah, like that would be really cool. Yeah.
since she's so good at it.
Wasn't the German guy like Kaiser Wilhelm too? Yeah, I think that's who it was that I was.
I don't know histories. I don't know who that is.
They're like they weren't a big role in the book. It was very minor, but little snooty goblin reminds me of that mini Hordak that follows original around.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is from. No clue.
No clue what you're talking about. Sarah, when we don't need to rewrite the book, we gotta find something else to talk about.
It's fair.
That's true. It's like it's a book that was so good. I like solid. I think like it's not like a book you can discuss a lot of things in. I don't know how to describe it because it's like, oh, we thought this was cool. We thought this was cool. But it's not like you can't like go into I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
What did you think of their suits that they got to wear all the time? Like Fatima and her suits and ties. I thought that was awesome.
She loved it though. She loved it. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I just really like Fatma, especially like how she had worked so hard to be where she is, considering she's a woman.
Mhm.
And like I think it's one thing I was interested in was that she underestimated another woman to be the villain, even though she's a woman herself, like fighting to be where she is. She underestimated someone else who was a villain, not a woman, to be able to do like stuff a man normally would do.
Yeah.
So I thought that
I
was interesting.
I agree, and like it also came into play when she was like dealing with her partner, her new partner. She did the same thing to her too, because her partner even kind of like got up in her face about it because she's like, look, you're literally treating me like you don't want to be treated.
Yes,
Like, what are
yes.
you doing?
And I thought that was interesting. Like it made like Fatma be like, oh shit, I should like think more about, yeah. So there's a fly. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, like I think that was really cool of Hadia's character, and I think that it was awesome that they like stood up for themselves, and yeah, just stood up for themselves. Like I was glad that they did that. Kind of like put Fatima in her place because she was like in that position where she's having a new person join her, and she's so used to working alone, but she needs to like adjust her working mind to work with a partner and be
Yeah,
there
yeah,
for that
yeah.
other person. Yeah.
I want sequels with them just being best friends. I actually need them now, like a lot.
Yeah.
I knew I watched all of She-Ra. I couldn't remember the villain's name.
I have not seen She-Ra, so I would not
So
know that.
beautiful. I cried like a baby in the end.
Is that okay? That's the animated one, right? That's
Yes.
on. It's
And
on Netflix.
yes. And it's just so gay, you can die.
I think Marcus has watched it. I'll have to ask him like if it's worth the watch. I
It
think he
was
said it
worth
was.
it. I cried like the whole last episode. I cried.
Okay, well, you're selling me on a. Is it a quick show, like 20 minutes?
Yeah. It's really fast. Like,
Ooh,
of course,
perfect.
it's for children. Like, because
Yeah.
but it's just so like nice. Like, you were depressed, then you watch that to be happy.
Okay, so I'll save this show for when I'm depressed.
No, I hope you don't get depressed at all. That's what I hope for.
That's probably the best hope, I would say. Um,
Oh,
Hannah said, I submit a rewrite with an Al-Jahiz imposter who's doing what they do for social change and not just power.
oh yeah, but I
Honestly, yeah.
think then they shouldn't have been white. If it was for social change, then like I feel like they shouldn't have been white.
Yeah, I would agree with that
That
too.
was just like a white stupid person. But like I can relate with like it being a white stupid person as well because there's so many white stupid people. So like it made sense that if it was gonna be someone that did this,
Yeah.
then it should be a white stupid privileged person.
And I agree with that too. So, oh wait, what Sarah said,
So
that
yeah.
time when Fatima told Hadia to stay behind and Hadia shows up like, you would not have obeyed me if I told you to do that. Yeah, honestly, I thought that was like really good of her to stick up for herself and brave too, because like Hadia's starting a new job. Like this is her brand new job, and
Yeah.
she was like courageous enough to stand up to. No, I guess it's not like her boss, but it's like
You're kind of like her superior because she had a
yeah,
job for longer.
and she stood
Yeah.
up to her right away and was just like, "No, this is not how we're gonna do this." And
I want next book with Fatma and Hadia point of view.
yeah, dual perspective. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Fatma as Fatma
Yes,
and Hadia as Holmes and
they kind
Watson,
of
please.
they have that vibe. They could get there.
Yeah, I honestly really liked that aspect of the book, like the whole like murder mystery thing,
Yeah.
because I love puzzling. Like it's when I like reading thrillers, like I love trying to puzzle and like put it together and figure out what it is
Yeah.
that's like happening in the background. So like I really enjoyed that part of it and thought that it was like a fun twist on like a fantasy novel. Um, She-Ra takes the gay undertones of the original and makes it text, whereas Master of the Universe Revelation goes hard with the undertones for continuity with the OG reasons. I think OG seasons, probably supposed to say.
I don't know what Master of the Universe Revelation is. Assume that's something else. She-Ra, I don't know.
Master of the Universe, I'm pretty sure that's like He-Man, right? I think
Oh,
it's He-Man.
okay. Well, She-Ra was amazing either way. We are like closing in on the end a bit.
Yeah.
It went really fast. I forgot to bring Iron Widow here, but our book of the month for May is Iron Widow.
Yeah, I don't actually have a physical copy
Yeah,
because I read it on ebook.
yeah. So we are
So
reading that for May. It's still May. You're a good time. Our live is going to be like
we don't
probably
actually
late.
we don't have a scheduled date yet because we're really
No,
bad at like
we are
figuring out what.
horrible. We know, okay. But then June, which is Pride Month, we're reading Master of One by Jada Jones and Donny Bennett. I will be honest, I don't really have high expectations.
I Yeah, I can't even like. I remember we put this one on the list, but I can't even remember what it's about.
It's like a heist story. A 6 Fae relics, one daring thief with a
Ooh,
score of a
Faye.
lifetime.
I like Faye.
Um, and I just like, I don't know, it's just the vibes I'm getting. I'm like, but maybe it's amazing. So
Like,
we shall see.
have you already started it?
No, because it's for
Oh,
June.
you haven't started it yet, but you're getting vibes from it that it's gonna be bad.
No, I have vibes that I hopefully could be good, but I also have a feeling it will be bad. But at least
Yeah.
the live will be entertaining.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, people said I already finished Iron Book. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have finished it already too. For once, I'm like ahead of the game here with the Iron Widow.
Are you going to reread it?
Well, like I read it very recent, like it was at the very end of last year, so it's all still kind of like fresh in my mind. So I think I'll just go off of that.
You don't
But
need to reread it. I just wondered. I don't care what
I
you do. You
really,
do you.
I'm excited to talk about Iron Widow because that book was like chef's kiss.
I am excited for it, but I think now my expectations are so high that I am going to be disappointed because everyone in the whole world loves it.
Yeah, I read it before. Well, no, I wouldn't say before. It was very like very popular when I read it too. But I was having those same feelings going into it, and I was not disappointed. Like it was pretty awesome. I hope you like it.
I hope I like it too. I hope I love it.
We'll have a queer book for Pride Month. Well, I mean, all our books are queer, so
That's true.
so yes.
That's very true.
Iron Widow was amazing. I was scared because of the YA vibes, but I loved it. Yeah, I like. I definitely enjoyed where the author took that book. It was like I can't. I don't want to say anything now, but I'm excited to talk about it when we do. Sarah is Master of One basically a phase Ocean 11? I'm here for the heist vibes. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. Honestly, I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
reading it and seeing how it is.
So, what um queer book are you recommending for this month?
I am trying to think. I am reading one right now that is I don't know what I would rate it, but I'm reading it. It's called We Are Okay by Nina Varela, or no, not Nina Varela, Nina LaCour.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so I'm reading it right now. I'm about like halfway through, and I would say that like it's very beautifully written. So like I would suggest that if you like the beautiful like flowery writing style, but it's also a book that deals like very heavily with grief. So if you want sad vibes, then this book is going to give it to you. But I guess yeah, like that's what I would recommend right now because that's the one that's like I'm currently reading, and it's definitely like pretty decent.
That's good.
What about,
I
what
I,
about
I
you?
just looked at all the books I read, and I haven't read an official queer book since I read A Master of Djinn.
Okay.
um, but like the one that had like a queer short story, I didn't bring it in here. But like I read a short story collection that belongs to the Star Touch Queen by Washington Chokshi. Do you know who Washington Chokshi is?
That sounds
She,
really
she
familiar.
writes like Arusha and then The Gilded Wolves and then
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
I haven't read any of their books, but like I've seen their books before.
she's amazing. And I finally like finished up Star Touch Queen because it has like a short story collection. So it's three
Mhm.
short stories that belongs to the Star Touch Queen world. And the second story was an FF romance.
Oh,
And it
nice.
was really cute. It was really good. That was like about like a girl who was oh she's not actually a girl, she's kinda like a monster, but she's not really a monster. And
Yeah.
then she needs to train to be the spy master, and then she falls in love with like the spy masters, like the spy master that is now. And it was really, really cute. I really liked it. So that was the like most recent queer thing I read.
Cool. That
But I
sounds
do
good.
feel like you have to read starts your screen to read that. So like, yeah, it's not the best recommendation, I would say.
It's still a good one.
But yeah,
Sarah said, "No pressure, but you gotta love Iron Widow, Sandra."
I'm so critical. I'm just like, I'm so hard to please.
Trust the hype is real from Kat. Oh, Sarah said Bluebird by C.L. Pierlot could be a Faes and Gays book, to be
I need
honest.
to shut off.
I would actually be like vouching for reading this one as well, because I do have this one on my shelf.
Ooh. Oh,
I believe
wrote.
it's a sci-fi.
Ooh, we love to see it. Oh, it looks fancy schmancy.
Yeah, I think I have an arc of it on my shelf. So I'd be down to read this one.
I feel like you literally have an arc of everything.
I have a lot of arcs that like I have not read.
Well, I have 0 arcs. So, can we switch?
Sure.
What if I read the arcs and I write reviews and then you can post them on your thing so it benefits you?
I don't care. Yeah, sure. I actually like I have some other bloggers that sometimes from time to time will like do reviews on my blog for me. That's cool.
Yeah, we do that. Okay, I'm about to pee myself. Do you want to end it here? Do you have more things?
We can end it off, but thank you everybody for coming to our live show to talk about A Master of Djinn. Sorry, I'm like trying to yeah, it was fun talking about it, and we look forward to seeing you guys at our next live show for Iron Widow, which we will update you guys on the date when we get closer to it, because that one we don't know what the date is for it yet, but
we will announce it in the Discord and in the Twitter, and if we have to reschedule, which there is a 99% chance we will, then we will also update you there.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry,
well, yeah, you like honestly, it's our vibes. It's what we are.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just you should be used to us by now. All right. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.